Listen, if you're worried that AI is too complex, I'm here to tell you that it's here to simplify, not complicate. Hi, I'm Chris Karel from the Learning Garden and the VFL program, and I'm here to talk to you about using AI in your business to help you create video for learning assets for your business. According to market.us, the global AI and EdTech market size is expected to be worth around 92 billion by 2033, up from 3.65 billion in 2023, growing at a rate of 38.1% from 24 to 33. Now that is just an absolute mind-numbing statistic. As a small business owner and solo entrepreneur, I can't even think about terms like that. However, you've seen it if you've been on any type of media lately, that AI is here to stay. So there's a lot of buzz and a lot of money surrounding AI in business and in our lives today. And I'm here to help you with what you may need to use in your business, especially if you're creating learning assets or creating video assets that are going to help your business grow or help you reach your people or your audience. And I'm telling you, some of these AI resources are pretty damn cool and will really help amplify or speed up some of the content creation you're trying to do. So let's get into it. The first one, the basics of using AI in video production. The number one mistake that a lot of people make is thinking that AI is too hard for them to use. Or, man, there's a lot of tools. What am I supposed to do with these things? AI tools like WellSaid Labs and Premiere Pro's transcription and Descript and, of course, ChatGPT, they're all a part of my workflow. They were not in 2022. In fact, a couple years ago, I couldn't even fathom what I'm doing on a daily basis in my business in terms of speed, efficiency, accuracy, and the help from the internet in a way that I never had before. So what does that mean? What's it going to cost us? And what is this in relation to the basics of AI in video production? Well, when we talk about video production, we're normally talking about a process that starts with an idea and ends with a video that you post somewhere. When we're making a video, though, there's lots of steps that I walk people through in a video for learning process to take you from ideation and confidence building and a concept of done is better than perfect that will yield a video product that you can share with people internally or externally. So how does AI help you get there? Well, AI tools like WellSaid Labs can allow you to create AI voices that will speed up that process in a way that you couldn't have done before. I know that one's loaded, and I know all my voiceover people are going to be commenting, and I still believe there is a place for voiceover artists in our world. However, the rapid production of AI voice cloning and AI voice generation from text to speech is mind-numbing. I never thought I'd be using it because I've always used professional voiceover artists. However, in some cases now, I'd say that it is super strong and super dynamic. And I don't know what the hell all those supers are about, but let me just say that they are good at creating voices from text. So checking out WellSaid Labs is something I'd recommend looking into. ChatGPT is an incredibly powerful tool that allows you to generate ideas, to write scripts, to emulate how you write scripts to the point where you can almost clone how you act and behave as a business owner, or how you act and behave as an instructional designer, or how you act and behave and sound when you write written words. It can be trained or taught to emulate the way you are going to produce content so that when it comes time to make things, you can open up that prompt and say, hello, chat, this is so-and-so, aka digital doppelganger, and output will come from that is just like you. It's pretty mind-numbing, and if you're not using it, I'm telling you, you should be. Let me share a quote with you now about the basics of AI in video production. According to a post on Buffer, you can use AI to write scripts, edit videos, generate clips, and even talk to the camera for you. Now, I haven't quite got that far where I am using an AI avatar to talk directly to you the way I am now. The ones that I've seen out on the market so far, they look a little fake and they look a little more like a sci-fi movie that doesn't have the big budget. However, I have to say that some of the tools that have arrived that are allowing us to write scripts and allowing us to generate content and allowing us to outline detailed plans for how we're going to strategize our video production efforts or our learning production efforts. Those tools are here to stay, and they are becoming as ubiquitous as using Microsoft Word or Google Docs. In fact, in my workflows, they're there for almost all of those things in every part of my business as it relates to text-based content and text-to-speech-based content. I totally suggest you get these into the basic workflows of your processes. So let's talk about how AI specifically benefits learning videos. In fact, how does it enhance educational content or instructional content? Well, my new favorite thing to do is to use AI with my clients in a live screen share or by helping them utilize the tool like ChatGPT to accomplish the things they want to accomplish in their business. For example, I have somebody who is trying to create an updated learning handbook that they want to turn into content and eventually use with their people and then potentially market and sell to other businesses like theirs. We spent time going through their handbook that I put up on the ChatGPT tool and asked it to outline and reorganize it into a series of tags. It immediately spit out something that we could read and digest that was already more organized than what we'd done before. Not only do I want them to understand that AI is behind this and it's powered to make things more efficient and more clean for them, but I'm using these tools because it's helping me the way a smart coworker sitting next to me would help me to brainstorm and iterate what we're generating. So how does it enhance the content that I'm creating? How can it enhance the content you're creating or that I'm helping you create? Well, first and foremost is speed. Without a doubt, using AI in the generation of educational and instructional content can rapidly speed up what you were doing before. What used to take an hour or 2 or 3 hours to generate lists or to organize complex amounts of materials, whether they're in PowerPoint or PDF format, can now be done in a matter of moments by using the tool through ideating the prompts by having a conversation with chat to ask it to do certain things and then reading the output and refining it. This speed has blown my mind. A year ago, I couldn't even think about working this way. I would spend 2 hours or more sifting through content and reading through and understanding what's present and then generating documents and summaries and plans for what was going to be created. Now I can get that content into a tool like ChatGPT and get an output and respond to what it's given me. It's not always perfect. It's not always accurate. It requires refining. However, the speed at which I can turn some of these things around and ideate concepts and create assets, both written and visual, is like 4 times the speed I had a year ago. Second one is strategy. Strategy is incredibly important to any educational content or learning content. With the strategy, I can generate things based upon what I normally use with my clients. I use a playbook and a toolkit to help my clients create learning content that has a direct impact and can be measured inside of the learning stack they have in their business. Now, normally I would take people through this process with the playbook and toolkit that would walk them through step by step. Now I can take what they have inside of a tool like ChatGPT and it can ideate what's a priority, what needs to be turned into an asset, what can be turned into a document that they need to keep on file, and then what needs to be generated by me or my team in order to create learning assets. So not only is it fast, but I also get this amazing strategy helper that I didn't have before. So AI is fast, it's efficient, it helps with tasks, but hopefully, and I'm telling you, I think hopefully is a reality for sure, it will not replace people like me or people like you. if you have an understanding that AI will always need the human interaction in order for it to work properly. It will need creativity. It will need that strategic thinking. It cannot do that. It can regurgitate, it can reprocess and reformulate text, but it cannot think like a person at this point. It is only reorganizing what we give it, at least at this point. So the question is, how do we use it to grow our business, and how will it enhance our production processes? Well, as I said, speed, strategy, but it still needs us. Those three things. All right, let's take a quote on this situation. The successful businesses of the future will not get rid of human workers in favor of AI. Instead, man and machine will march into the future hand in hand. Interesting quote there in terms of its identity politics. However, I think the essence of what there is there from this author that was posted on Tech Radar, by the way, I'll put everything down in the show notes below, is that we will be using AI alongside of us. It's not going to replace us, which is the biggest fear that is not uncommon to any other Luddite fear of the past in terms of some new tool that has shown up and it's going to replace humanity. This is not going to replace us. It is only going to augment us and become a skill that we need to use in the future. That's a perfect transition into the future of AI in video and video learning. I'm getting left behind. I don't understand this stuff. I hear people say that to me all the time when it's talking about AI, when their mind is just blown, that I talk about using their voice to create a clone of their voice in order to generate audio content. Their mind is blown when I show them how we can take hundreds of pages of their material and synthesize it really quickly and determine what needs to be done. Their mind is blown when I explain to them the investment of major corporations, global corporations are using in these AI tools, and that we as solo entrepreneurs, as business owners, and the folks who I'm speaking with need to know how to use these tools, because the future is already here and it is trending. As I explained, we're going from a $5 billion industry to a $100 billion industry over the next 10 years. And it's going to be a part of every single job that we need to do. We are going to have more specialized jobs. We are going to have jobs that require people to have an understanding of AI. And just like we've had a need for jobs that people had to understand how to use the internet, or how to use word processing, or how to come in and understand how to use social media. All of those things have happened in my lifetime, and people were like, well, I don't know how to do those things. Well, okay, someone else is going to know how to do them. So it is going to become a specialization skill. It already is happening, but I think the trend will be even greater in the future. So the innovations that are happening on the horizon in AI and video learning, I will say this as it comes to tools for video creation. There are a lot of incredibly cool video generating tools, generative AI, that where you type in text and you tell it what you want, and up pops a video that was completely original. Now, I find some of those incredibly fascinating. Are they going to be used by folks like me to help create content for an audience? Absolutely, they will. Are they editable right now and controllable in a way that we can create content that a client of mine could say, Chris, I want to change this, or this doesn't work here? So far, I haven't seen that editability, as if I took an image from somewhere and we could edit that image and then re-put it back in there, or alter it by taking it out. So far, the AI tools that I have worked with, in my experience, have not given me that level of control that I get from using a Premiere Pro or a Camtasia or a Vyond. All tools that I use in my creation processes for learning video. So let's get to a quote now on future trends in video learning using AI. According to Business News Daily, as AI becomes a more integrated part of the workforce, it's unlikely that all human jobs will disappear. Instead, many experts have begun to predict that the workforce will become more specialized. These roles will require skills that workplace automation can't yet provide, such as creativity, problem solving, and qualitative skills. If the thought of integrating AI into your processes, into your production processes for making content in your business is still overwhelming, or if you're thinking, man, I wish I could get AI into my business to help supercharge it so I could take advantage. Remember this, just like learning how to make video from scratch, done is better than perfect. At every time in someone's life, they're a beginner at it. No matter how much of an expert they are now, everyone has to start somewhere. And this is the VFL way. Done is better than perfect. It's better to make than it is to sit. So I'll leave you with this. Like and subscribe. And until next time, peace.